Tensions were running high today when Jessica Green from Kent asked her partner Dominic Bishop if he wanted to get a takeaway for dinner. Dominic Bishop agreed to order food into the home, but soon became agitated when partner Jessica did not appear to fancy anything to eat at all.
Okay, so what happened was, we'd had a really good week, so I said to Dominic, I was like, listen, let's not cook tonight, we've had a good week, let's just treat ourselves to a cheeky takeaway. And he was like, yeah, I'm up for that. And I was like, that's fantastic. I'm easy going, I don't mind what we eat, so you decide. So Dominic said to me, he's like, should we get Chinese? I was like, do you know what, I'm not in the mood for Chinese actually, so pick something else, but honestly, pick whatever you like, I don't mind, you decide. And he was like, okay, let's get Indian. I was like, oh, do you know what, that's a bit heavy for me actually, I didn't want something so heavy, so can you just pick something else please, Dom, but I don't mind, you decide. And then he was like, well, let's get fish and chips then. I was like, oh, do you know what, actually, I wasn't in the mood for fish. You know when you're just not in the mood for fish? So I was like, I don't want fish, but pick something else, honestly, I don't mind, you decide. And then he was like, well, why don't we go to that new little Greek restaurant that's opened up down the road, get something in from there? And I was like, oh, that is supposed to be nice. And he was like, yeah, I've heard good things. I was like, yeah, I've read Facebook reviews, it's supposed to be a really nice place. Then I was like, oh, but hang on though, I don't really fancy Greek food, so can you just pick somewhere else? Honestly, anywhere you like, I don't mind. And then he's getting really funny with me, and he's just like, you do this every time, like, we can never decide on a place to go because you can never make up your mind, which like really upsets me when he says that. So in the end, he's just like, well, why don't we just get a pizza in? And I was like, actually, Dominic, I didn't really fancy the idea of my food being served to me in the shape of a circle tonight, so I don't want pizza, thank you very much. And he's going on at me like this, saying, fine, well, let's just cook. And I was like, oh, well, thanks, Dominic, actually, this is supposed to be a treat night for me tonight, and you completely ruined it. Thanks very much for making me feel awful. And then I'm like, do you know what, the only thing you're going to have for dinner tonight, Dominic, if you carry on with this attitude, is my actual foot in your actual mouth. We ended up having toast for dinner. Toast.